Hello, hello, hello. At West New York, here at Riverside Park. This is Kirsten Uchitero. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Howdy, howdy, howdy. We're gonna see what's going on in these cosmic, hunky-dory, mundane, spiritual, ratchet streets. You know, I always pull my cards because I have a little issue there with pulling the cards, so I always pull them and then I get an overview and we're going to see what's going on. So at the top you can see the Emperor and the Tower. Then I have Judgment, 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. Then I have the Star, Ace of Swords, 4 of Cups, Page of Cups. Then I have 10 of Swords, the Lover's Strength, 9 of Wands. And in the conclusion pack, I've got the High Priestess, the Empress, and the Magician, and the King of Pentacles. And my Shaman card came out with Magic. This is a very strong reading for you. And I'm going to read it a couple different ways. I'm going to read it as, I think I'm getting different feelings about how I should read it. So let me just start off. The Emperor says you have a good foundation, but then you have the Tower next to it, which means everything's brought down to the foundation. So the Tower is an archetypal divine force, and the Emperor is an archetypal divine force. So what have you? The Emperor is majestic and is in the universe. But you know, kings fall, queens fall, emperors fall, King Lear fell, you know. But then you have Queen Elizabeth, who reigned for all these different years. So there are Tower moments, even when you're an emperor, where you get a clarification, but you can see the Tower isn't destroyed completely. The Emperor is still there. Some people get destroyed completely and have no foundation whatsoever, and they start all over again. But for you, in your personal self or in this relationship, whatever needed to change for the foundation of this relationship, I'm going to read it like that. That's how it's going. Whatever needed to change in the foundation of this relationship with this other person, it got corrected. You're still in the Emperor energy. The relationship wasn't destroyed. There's a good still foundation there. And Judgment means, then I have below it, I have Judgment, which means that the divine just clarified everything and clarified the relationship on a different level. The 10 of Wands there means it was a lot to deal with, but there was the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. So the relationship was going really well. You know, sometimes we have a relationship, it's very fiery. You have all 10 of your spears in the fire, and you're all your chakras, all, you know, people think there's only 7 chakras. There's more chakras in your body. They just don't tell you about it because some are lower vibrational chakras and some are higher vibrational chakras. And the rishis and the sages and the gurus and the yogis and the shaman, they all don't reveal all that, because if you open up one of those chakras that you shouldn't open up, or you have access to it, it can drag you down. Or if it's a lower chakra or if it's a higher chakra, it could burn you up because you're not ready to open it. So it's just best that you just don't know about it. However, when the 10 of Wands is going on, it means all the pokers are in the fire. When the 10 of Cups is there, all the emotions are going on. And the 9 of Pentacles are there. I mean, it could be the 10 of Pentacles, because I have the King of Pentacles over here, and the 9 of Pentacles, that's 10 of Pentacles. Basically, that's how, you know, you can just throw that right on there, because the King of Pentacles controls thing. And if you have the Emperor, that's 4 kings right there, and the Empress is 4 queens right there, and the High Priestess is there, and Magic is the Magician as well. You have all this energy going on with Judgment and the Star and the Lovers with Strength. There's a lot of dynamic energy going on in this relationship. So there's a lot of power, a lot of virility in this relationship, a lot of traveling and doing things and making things happen. So this is not a throwaway relationship. It's very powerful and dynamic, and I think you just want a confirmation, is this the right relationship? I don't think you can find anything better. If you find anything better than this, it's probably going to be on the same level, because every relationship is going to have give and take, give and pull, opposite and negative. It's not going to be a mirror relationship, it's going to be an asymmetrical relationship. And the relationship of this nature, you want it to be asymmetrical. You want a strong person to have their own ideas and their own adventures, because that pulls you into something new you've never thought before. So yeah, the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Cups, they also mean completion. But in this situation, is you're complete in an emotional way. You're complete in a fiery, flamboyant connection way. And the bedroom games are there. The lovers are there, which means love is being fulfilled. The strength is knowing when to use your inner forces and not to use your forces. And the Knight of Wands there means you're always looking for something new to do, always new energies coming in. The Four of Cups means that, you're sitting back sometimes, you're thinking, well, is there something better? And there's always something better. But is the grass really greener on the other side of the fence? It's just more grass. So instead of thinking another person is going to give you more of what that is, it's more or less what can you give to yourself. The Page of Cups means also is that the ability to stay fresh and to stay young and to look at things from a better, newer, emotional point of view, instead of looking at an old relationship with refreshed eyes instead of looking for a new relationship. That's how you handle all this energy. You can go say, let me go find somebody new, or you can say, let me reinvigorate this relationship. You have authenticity there, which with the Ace of Swords, which means you're very clear and you're very authentic with each other. But you also have the Ten of Swords there, which means, you both can get on each other's nerves. Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands, Ten of Cups. That's a lot of swords. And Nine of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles, that's 10, 10, 10. All the options are on the table. The air conditioner is on, full blast. The fireplace is on, full blast. You got the cereal blasting, full blast. The party's going on, full blast. And does it get any better? Well, that's a spiritual sort of concept. And that's a judgment sort of concept. The universe is saying, now you're living a boga life. The opposite of yoga is boga. Boga means being drenched in the material aspects of the world. And there's nothing wrong with living the life like the Ambani family, because the universe rewards people and gives them that. There wouldn't be super wealth or there wouldn't be super poverty if the universe didn't have it. This is planet Earth, and those things occur on planet Earth. For whatever reason, the creator or the divine or the Maya works out. They're there. Just like there's health and there's disease. The polar opposites exist. But in this relationship, all that is going on. All the flares are going, the boat whistle is going, the train is choo-chooing. There's no lack. It's just a combination of the relationship forces going back and forth with each other, and confirmation on is that all there is to life? Well, that's the game of life that you're playing. This is what the game of life is. The High Priestess, the Empress, the Magician. You can't get any better than that. That means things that are hidden, you have the magical power to bring it out. The Empress is all the different stages of emotion, mentality, physicality, intellectualism. It's all there. That wisdom's all there. And with the double magic, you have the magic on top, meaning the universe is supporting this. With the King of Pentacles means that you can manage all these energies. When you manage your spiritual energy, you manage spiritual energy the same way you manage money in the bank. How do you use your prana? How do you use your spiritual energy? How do you use mentality? How do you use your emotion? The King of Pentacles is that you're very pragmatic and that you're frugal. This is a wonderful reading for you and your significant other, which means, yes, King of Pentacles, keep investing in this relationship, keeping the Page of Cups in it, finding something new to do, something fun to do, something loving to do. I always say, when you're with someone, find 5 things great about them when you find one thing wrong about them. And that keeps the relationship fresh, because sometimes we can get stuck thinking, oh, that person does this and this and this, and I don't want to be with them anymore. But you forget about the 5 things of the 5 times that they came in, you lost something, and they came in, they got you, or they brought you out to dinner as a surprise, or they sent you a special message in the mail, or they did something special for your family without you ever asking. And then you just don't get that from normal people anymore. Usually people don't do anything for you, but this person is very generous with their time, their energy, their money, and their love, and so are you. So I always say it's 5 to 1. Always look for the 5 things that made you attracted to this person and see if it's still there, and then see if they're still growing, as opposed to harping on that one thing. Because if you beat that one horse to death, you can beat the relation to death. This is a fantastic reading. You're in a fantastic situation. Keep living life to health. I would say put a little bit more into your spirituality in the relationship. Sometimes, in religions, like especially Hinduism, the husband and wife treat the other as the divine and treat their kid as the divine, of serving them, of uplifting them, like the Shiva Shakti principle. That could be you as well. But for whatever reason that you have right now, you guys are really communicating well, and you have enough inner knowledge and strength to know when to let things go and to when to make things happen. So with that, have a blueberry and sunshine day. Om Shanti. Talk to you soon.